My instant death ability episode 4. And we finally got it in this episode. The thing that we all have been waiting for in this anime. The fight between Lain and Takatou. Although I have to say that it happened in a way that I think we all were not expecting it to happen. We all thought that maybe it was going to be a direct battle, Lain and Takatou throwing hands at each other, but it was actually not like that. It was actually a pretty unique battle, if I do say so myself, because at the end of the last episode we saw how there was a zombie invasion by Masayuki, and that whole zombie invasion was actually a really big part of this episode. I didn't thought it was going to be like that, to be honest. I thought that maybe it was going to be something that was quickly dealt with and just that, but apparently Masayuki was ordered by Lain to attack the city in order to kill Takatou. So yeah, it had bigger implications than I thought it would. And yeah, with that being said, we see how Takatou now has to basically run away. At first, he didn't want to defend the city or anything like that. He just wanted to get away from the city, not protect anyone. Not because he didn't want to, although I guess you can say he didn't want to, but also because he couldn't do anything, to be honest. There were a lot of zombies and they were just attacking randomly. So yeah, so basically this Masayuki guy gets the key to the city, and with that he's able to talk to all the citizens and tells them that if you find Takatou, bring him to me, dead or alive, it doesn't matter. And now everyone is against Takatou and Danora. Everyone is going after them. So what does Takatou do? Well, of course he starts killing people, and yeah, we see how he's simply killing people like it is nothing. That always surprises me. I always say this in every episode, but it always surprises me how Danora and Takatou are killing people like it is nothing, like it is just another day. But I guess that is how it goes for Takatou and Danora, that at this point they have killed so many people, Takatou specifically, that he doesn't feel anything. And the way Lain is doing this is very, I guess you can say, unique, weird, because she made clones of herself, and with those clones she is basically attacking the city, but not specifically Takatou, because she knows that if she attacks Takatou, then Takatou can immediately kill her. So she doesn't do that. She basically sends her clones attacking randomly throughout the city, and with that she cannot be a target herself because she's not attacking Takatou. She's basically just attacking the city randomly and hoping for maybe one of those clones to hit Takatou. But Takatou is smarter than her, because what does he do? He predicts where the next clone of Lain will land and get hit by it, or tries to get hit by it, because of course he doesn't. And with that, he now has I guess you can say, the person that is trying to kill him, which is a really smart way to deal with the problem, because if the target is not coming to you but still wants to kill you, then the next thing you need to do is go to the target yourself. So that is what he does. He gets himself targeted, then after that basically all the clones and Lain die. I was surprised to see that Lain actually also died. I don't know how exactly that works. It wasn't actually explained exactly, I guess you can say, in detail in the episode, but yeah, she also dies, even though it is said that she has her soul, or whatever you want to call it, in another dimension. She still dies. And yeah, we see how they hop into a train and go to, or not a train, it was actually a car, and now they're heading to the capital. All this time they're still not in the capital. Like I said in the previous episode, I still think that throughout the whole episodes that are coming, they're going to be traveling to the capital, and by traveling to the capital they're going to encounter a lot of things, monsters, this and that, sages. So yeah, I think that is going to be the whole dynamic of the anime. And yeah, something weird happened at the end of the episode, which is that you have these students, or I guess you can say classmates of Takatou, having a conversation, and apparently they have some sort of device that can track Takatou. That makes me wonder if the other students know Takatou's ability. I guess that wouldn't be really a surprise, because at this point Takatou is really famous, not in the right way, but he's been getting a lot of attention. So I mean, I guess it is not surprising that they have some weird sort of tracking device. Those two girls have a discussion. I don't know exactly what that is about. Maybe in the next episode it will be explained a little bit more. I don't know if the blonde girl, I think her name was Carol or something like that, is a spy or maybe something else. And the other thing we saw at the end of the episode was how Lain was, I guess you can say, revived, but not necessarily, because we see that she is revived, but in a weird way, because she revived in a body that doesn't have her memories, but it is her. It is like a more advanced clone, I guess you can say. So yeah, I don't know if that exactly counts as a revival, because I mean, mean, one could make the argument that you are only you if you have your memories. So is she really her? Because even the red hair Lain says that she is her own person, her own personality. I guess you can say she is her in some weird way, but in other ways she is not. So the next thing I'm wondering is if the red hair Lain is now actually dead. Because yeah, we did see her die in this episode, but at the end of the episode we see her in some sort of hologram talking to the new her. Maybe that hologram was, you know, something that she recorded in her past. I think that is actually the case, but who knows? And who knows what will happen to this new girl now? Does she have the same purpose, or I guess you can say target, mission that the red hair Lain had, which is basically to kill Takatou? Or will she want to do something else? Because again, you can make the argument that that is not the case, that is not Lain herself. But I mean, if we're being honest, I think the anime is going to go that direction, that this new girl is going to attack now Takatou. It was also mentioned in the episode, which was something that I was wondering, which was, why is the sage Shion wanting to have new sages, but the sage Lain wants to kill sages? What is that whole thing about? And it wasn't really answered. I mean, the question was posed, but it wasn't really answered. And that was a question that I was sort of having throughout this whole time, but I guess I have an answer for it. My answer would be that it is because, although it may seem like a contradiction at first, I don't think it is, because I think at this point in time the sage Shion wants to actually also kill Takatou, because maybe she thinks he's too powerful or something like that. That is my probable answer to the question. So yeah, that was basically everything that happened in the episode. A really enjoyable episode and another chaotic episode. This is how the whole anime is going to be. A lot of things happening, a lot of overpowered things, a lot of enemies and people coming out of nowhere and then dying suddenly. And yeah, I mean, it is a really, I guess you can say, weird but also cool dynamic, because we don't get to see this type of stuff very often. So if you enjoy this type of things, I guess you're enjoying this anime a lot. So yeah, you don't want to miss any episode reviews, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you enjoyed the review, please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that will be everything by me, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.